Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, it looks like we're on live now, so y'all can start whenever you're ready.
Okay, Clarissa, let me ask you this. Do we have a do not record
It
notation?
is, it shows on the YouTube only. It doesn't show on Zoom.
Okay.
So it's for the people that are watching it on YouTube.
Okay, very good.
So you can, if you would like, you can let the defendants know they are not able to.
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Where?
Okay, first of all, welcome to the City of China Grove. Today is the April 29th, 2020 docket, and it's the first docket that we're going to have through Zoom and through a virtual reality, I guess, at this point.
Nice.
Just a few instructions when I get started. Please be very patient. What I want to do is that I don't want to have anybody talking over anybody else. So we would just want one person to speak at a time. Okay, and so if I have a comment to make, please let me finish, and then I'll give you the opportunity to respond, and I'll allow you to finish your comment. For the individuals that are here in the courtroom, the 6 individuals, if you have something to write with, I want to give you 3 phone numbers that you need to call after your case is closed out, or you can go ahead and finalize your cases. So I'll give everybody about a few seconds to get something to write with. Okay, now here we go. The first number, which is the number to the Municipal Court of China Grove, is area code 210-837-3704. Now, the second number is going to be to City Hall in case the first one is bless you, sir. And the second number is area code 210-648-4923. And then finally, to one of our court clerks, her name is Clarissa. Her number is 210-710-9237. Now, I'm going to make some opening remarks with regard to the court process and procedures. After I make the remarks, I'm going to go ahead and put everybody under oath. Now, for the individuals that have 3 or more cases, or if a person wants to talk to a prosecutor, we just need to let us know. That way we can take you to a breakout room with Mr. Mead, and then y'all can discuss the cases and see if y'all can reach some sort of a resolution. Now, please understand that if y'all reach an agreement, that agreement will be formalized and announced in court. So just be aware that that we can go ahead and document that. And then when you call in to the clerk, they will have the terms of the plea bargain agreement. Okay. What I want to do at this point is I want to go ahead and describe basically certain rights that individuals have. Now, the City of China Grove is what we call a court of record. What that basically means is that the entire proceedings are being recorded. Okay. Now, as a note to everybody out there on live stream, please do not record because that's something that it can only be done with court approval. And at this point, you are restricted and prohibited from recording the court proceeding. The cases that we hear at this level are Class C misdemeanors, which means they are criminal in nature. Now, like I said, I mentioned earlier, the City of China Grove is a court of record, so everything is being recorded. Now, the fact that Class C misdemeanors are criminal in nature, it affords you certain constitutional rights that you need to be aware of, because if you do enter a plea of guilty or no contest, you are waiving those constitutional rights. Now, they're all important, but the one that I think is very important is that you have a right to enter a plea of not guilty. And if you plead not guilty, You do have a right to have a trial either in front of a judge or in front of a jury, okay? Now, if you plead guilty, well, then of course you're giving up your right to have a jury trial. The other rights that are very important, being that these are criminal cases, is that you have a right to remain silent. You do not have to testify against yourself or incriminate yourself. But please understand that if you do plead guilty or no contest, you're giving up that right. You also have a right to bring in witnesses to testify on your behalf with respect to the offenses or the citations that were issued to you. You have a right to cross-examine the state's witnesses, which most of the time, if it's a traffic violation, it would be the police officer. So those are rights that are given to you under the Constitution of the United States, as well as the Texas Constitution. Now, if you are requesting a non-jury trial, and what that basically means is that you want the judge to make that decision, your case will be placed on a non-jury docket. And that's probably going to be in about, hopefully within 30 days. But given the fact with the coronavirus, it may take a little longer, but we will place you on a non-jury docket. Now, it's very important that whatever court date you receive, you show up to your court docket, because if you do not, there will be a warrant issued for your arrest. Now, if you wish to have a jury trial, now that's going to be about a two-step process. If you request a jury trial, and what that basically means is that the decision as far as innocence or guilt, and if you're found guilty, who assesses the fine, you have a right to have citizens of the city of China Grove to make that decision. So that is your right. Now, the procedure is this. Let's say, for example, you enter a plea of not guilty, you request a jury trial. We're going to go ahead and set your case for a pretrial conference. The purpose of the pretrial conference is to discuss any legal issues that need to be discussed, any motions that need to be filed, whether there's a question as to the validity of the complaint. That's the purpose of having the pretrial conference. It's very important that you show up for that, because if you do not, there will be a warrant issued for your arrest. The second setting is the actual trial, and it's extremely important that you show up for that, because if you do not, that means we have to do it all over again and then have another trial. Now, if that happens, and let's say theoretically you miss your trial date, we have a second trial, the jury finds you not guilty, but you could very well be facing a big bill, because whatever it costs the city to set that up will be assessed to you regardless of the outcome of the case. So the point being is just make sure that you don't miss any of your settings, especially your trial settings. Now, if there's anyone here that has a commercial driver's license, okay, under the current state of the law, at the trial level, which is where we're at, the court only has two options. Option number one is to accept a plea of guilty or no contest and assess a fine. Or option number two, enter your plea of not guilty and actually have a trial, whether it's by judge or by jury. Now, if you do have a CDL driver's license and a moving violation, if you want to talk to the prosecutor, you may want to confer with him to see if something can be worked out. But as far as the court is concerned, those are the only two options that are available. Now, if you're under the age of 25 and you have a moving violation, if you want your case dismissed, you will be required to take a defensive driving class. Now, for everyone else, there's two ways to get a citation dismissed. One is attending a defensive driving class. If you do go down that route, basically what you do is you pay the court costs, just strictly the court costs to the court. You select a school, a defensive driving school. They normally charge around $50, and that's a fee that you would have to pay. And then of course you would have to request a copy of your driving record. That's going to run you either $10 or $12. $10 if you do it by mail or in person, $12 if you do it over the internet. Now, the second way, if you're not interested in defensive driving, the second way to get a case dismissed It's what we call deferred disposition. That's just another word for probation. Now, deferred disposition is strictly a discretion of the court. I can grant it, or I don't have to grant it if I don't want to. However, if I do, you will be assessed a special expense fee, and you will be put on probation anywhere from 1 day to 180 days. And as long as you pay your fees and you don't pick up a similar violation or comply with the terms of probation, then the case will get dismissed. Any case that gets dismissed would not be sent over to the Department of Public Safety, where they keep your driving record. Now, if you want to just pay the fine, but you don't have the money, just let us know. We'll go ahead and take your plea, do all the necessary paperwork, and we will give you 30 days to pay your fine or fines. If you pay them within the 30 days, then you're done. However, if you go beyond the 30 days, you will be put on a time payment plan. However, whatever fee that is, they're going to add a time payment fee, and normally it's $15 if it was after September the 1st of 2019. So just keep that in mind. Now, that would be a time payment fee for each violation. So if you have 2 violations and you go into time pay, they're going to add the $15 per violation. Okay, now finally, with respect to the individuals that want to visit with the prosecutor, Mr. Meade is the prosecutor that represents the state of Texas. Now, if you enter into a plea bargain agreement, please understand that Mr. Meade's interest is adverse to your interest. However, Mr. Meade will shoot straight with you. If you have any questions about what happens if you don't comply, I'm sure he'll give you the correct information. So feel free to talk to him, but please understand that he is not your attorney. What we're going to do shortly is that, like I mentioned earlier, we're going to have a breakout room, and we're going to put those individuals that want to talk, the individuals that have 3 or more violations. You're going to talk to Mr. Meade, or if you want to talk to him about any violation, then feel free to just ask the court that you want to talk to the prosecutor, and we'll have you in a break room with him. So at this time, what I want to do, and I know I've got about 4 individuals on the phone, but what I'd like for everybody to do is to raise your right hand. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and administer oath. Okay, is everybody's right hand up? Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give in this call will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, Mr. Duque?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mr. Gibbs? Okay. Mr. Smith? Mr. Smith, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Did you hear the oath?
Yes, I did. I don't know why, but every time it puts us on mute.
Okay. Were you able to hear the entire oath?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Okay. Ms. Martinez?
Yes, I was put on mute as well.
Okay. We'll try to keep you off when it's time to respond. Ms.
Well, they're all off mute right now, Judge. I don't know why it might be their phone.
Okay. Ms. Tapia, did you hear the oath? Okay. And Mr. Elizondo?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay, so does anybody have any questions at this point? Okay, so what we're going to do, the first case on the docket, and actually what I'm going to do at this time is I'm going to go ahead and read the docket for those individuals that did not respond. We will be issuing a pre-warrant arrest notice, giving them a second court date. But I just want to go ahead and make sure we call the docket. And then this is in just alpha, in no particular order. Michael Kenneth Spales, are you here? Okay, I'm going to show that Mr. Spales is not present, did not respond, so we're going to issue a pre-warrant notice and give him another court stay. Vonda Collier. Ms. Collier, are you here?
Judge, she has signed up for a driving safety course.
Okay. All right, then we have Ruben Hernandez Jr. Hernandez, are you in the courtroom? Okay, there's no response. Let's go ahead and issue a pre-warrant notice. Okay, now we have Scott Smith, present. Ernesto Solario Zavala. Mr. Zavala, are you present? Okay, I'm going to show that he's a no-show, so we'll go ahead and issue a warrant. Brian Allen Johnson, are you in the courtroom, sir? Okay, I'm going to show Mr. Johnson as a no-show and issue a pre-warrant notice. Okay, we have Andrew Elizondo present. Luis Antonio Quintero. Mr. Quintero, are you present? Okay, I'm going to show he's a no-show. We're going to issue a warrant. Okay, then we have Alaya Jesse Rodriguez. Mr. or Mrs. Rodriguez, are you present? Okay, we're going to go ahead and issue a warrant and issue a pre-warrant notice. Estepian Yusani Cruz, are you present? I'm going to show that there's no presence. We're going to go ahead and issue a warrant and a pre-warrant notice. Okay, we have Casey Gibbs is present. Then we have Maria Flores Vasquez, or Luz Maria Flores Vasquez. Ms. Vasquez, are you present? Okay, let's show a no-show. We'll issue a warrant. Then we have Severo R. Mateos. Mr. Mateos, are you present? Okay, I show that he's not present. We're going to go ahead and issue a warrant and a pre-notice warrant. Then we have now Adriana Tapia Badeos is present. Jacob Ryan Duque is present. Jasmine Kali Martinez is present. Jake Lee Wajardo, are you present, sir?
He signed up for a driving safety course just a few moments ago.
All right, DSC, okay. Then we have Christy Michaelette Riggs. Ms. Riggs, are you present? Okay, we're going to go issue a warrant, pre-warrant notice. Then we have Yolanda Juarez. Ms. Juarez, are you present? I'm going to show as a no-show. We'll issue a warrant. And then finally, Jose Juan Herrera. Are you present, sir? Okay, let's go ahead and show him as a no-show and we'll issue a warrant. Okay, let's go ahead and go to, okay, Jacob Ryan Duque. Okay, Mr. Duque, are you ready to proceed, sir?
Sir.
Okay, let's go ahead and do this, number 2. Okay, Clarissa, why don't we go ahead and send Casey Ryan Gibbs in a breakout room with Mr. Mead. Okay, can we do that?
Yes, sir. I'll do it right now. Okay, they're both in there, Judge.
They're both in there? Okay. Okay, Mr. Is it, am I pronouncing your name correct? Is it Duque?
It's Doucette, sir.
Say it again.
Doucette.
Doucette. Okay, Mr. Doucette, you have a charge of fail to control speed. And it's my understanding that you're 17 years old. Is that correct, sir?
I just turned 18, March 15th.
Turned 18, okay. And were you involved in an accident when?
Yeah. Yes, sir. I rear-ended a vehicle.
Very good. Okay, sir. And to the charge of fail to control speed, sir, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest.
I mean, I'd like to plead not guilty.
Not guilty? Okay, that is fine. Okay, we're going to go ahead and enter a plea of not guilty. Now, Mr. Doucette, do you want a trial in front of a judge or a jury?
A judge, please.
Judge, okay. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do at this time, Mr. Doucette, let me ask you this. Do you wish to talk to the prosecutor today, or do you want to wait till your case is called on the non-jury docket?
Prosecutor, please.
You want to talk to the prosecutor? Okay,
Yes, sir.
so just stand by, and as soon as he becomes available, we'll let you go visit with him. Now, when you visit with Mr. Mead, you know, you do not like what he's offering you, certainly you do have your right to have a trial, which you have requested. So if it's not something that you're interested in, we'll just go ahead and set it down on document.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions, sir?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay, very good. Okay. All right, now we're going to go with Scott A. Smith. Clarissa, is that correct? Clarissa is Mr. Scott Smith? Is
Yes.
number three?
He is number, well, Casey Gibbs is in there with John still. So number 3 would be Scott Smith, yes.
Okay, Mr. Smith, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can. I'm on mute. I don't know what's going on. Hello?
Yes, can you hear
We
me?
can
Hello?
hear you.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Were you able to hear the instructions that I gave earlier?
Yes, sir. I heard. I can hear everything, Your Honor. It's just that I guess it's set up to where if we're not directly speaking with you, Judge, then it'll just put us on, mute to clear out all of the, distractions or any noise in the background. I'm assuming that's what's happening.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's do this. Now, of course, this is an open court proceeding. Okay, so I have to have it in open court.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, Mr.
Yes,
Smith,
sir.
we have 2 violations. One is an expired driver's license. To that, sir, how do you plead?
Can I say this first, Your Honor? Okay, so the last time I was in court and I was before you, I went and spoke with Mr. Mead. So Mr. Mead told me just to go ahead and get my license and come back, and I had, a fine to pay. And this is the deal. Once I got down there, the DPS was it shut down.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Right. And
yeah,
and
let's do this. Since you did speak to Mr. Mead, we're going to go
Yes, sir.
ahead and let you visit with him. Tell him what you just told me, and
Yes, sir.
let's see what he wants to do.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, sure. So just stand by, and Mr. Mead will be with you as soon as he can.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Okay, we're going to go to Jasmine Kali Martinez. Ms. Martinez, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Martinez, you have, let's see, you have a charge of possession of drug paraphernalia, and you are 17 years old. Is that correct?
No, I'm 19 years old.
You're 19 now. How old were you when you got this violation?
I was also 19. This happened like a couple of months ago.
Okay, all
Oh,
right,
it is 19.
all right.
He is 19, Judge.
Okay, very good, but you're still
Sorry.
under 25, so that's okay.
Yes.
Now, Ms. Martinez, to that charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
No contest, sir.
Okay. Now, now you already have been placed under oath. Okay, so by pleading no contest, you understood the rights that you were afforded at the beginning of our session? Is
Yes,
that
sir.
correct? Okay, and you understand that by pleading no contest, you're waiving those rights. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, Ms. Martinez, is there anything you wish to tell the court about that?
Actually, I do have something to say about the situation. I'm a bit confused on why I was pulled over, I guess, because I was parked on this, like I was at my friend's house and we were in the car parked on like in front of his house, and the cop kind of just, I guess, pulled us over. I don't know what you would call it because I was parked, but I don't understand why he did come talk to us.
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, you're basically questioning the reason for the stop. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is what I'm going to do.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, sir.
Yeah, no, there was some noise in the background there. Ms. Martinez, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and allow you to withdraw your no contest plea. I'm going to enter a not guilty plea for you, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to talk to the prosecutor. That way, he would be the person best to tell you what the probable cause for the stop was, okay?
Okay.
And then after you visit with him, if you still wish to enter a plea of no contest, tell him that, and let's see what type of a plea bargain y'all can reach. If you cannot, you're certainly welcome to come back into court so we can discuss that. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so just go ahead and stand by.
Okay.
Okay. All right, now we have Adriana Tapia Badillo. Ms. Badillo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Badillo, you have 3 violations. One is a charge of improper lane change or turn. You have an expired driver's license, and you have a charge of failed to maintain financial responsibility. Okay, now to the charge of improper lane change or turn, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Guilty, okay. And to the charge of an expired driver's license, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, and to the charge of failed to maintain financial responsibility, how do you plead? Do you understand what that charge is, Ms. Tapia?
No.
Okay, failure to maintain financial responsibility is not having insurance. Okay, so how do you
Excuse me?
plead that charge? Okay,
I couldn't hear you.
okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so to the charge of not having insurance, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Guilty, okay. Okay, Ms. Tapia, let's talk about your expired driver's license first, okay? Well, you know what, Clarissa, she has
Yes.
violations.
You want to send her to the room?
Yeah, let's go ahead and send her to the prosecutor, see if y'all
Okay.
can work something out. Ms. Tapia, we're gonna send you over to talk to the prosecutor since you have three tickets. That way, y'all can try to work something out. Is that okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just stand by and he'll be with you as soon as he can. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All righty. Then finally, we have Andrew Elizondo. Mr. Elizondo, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Elizondo, you have 2 violations. One is an expired registration. And to that charge, sir, how do you plead?
Well, I got it. I'm taken care of when I went to my last court date, and then I guess I didn't pay the extra. It was a $17 or $10 fee for that ticket. So I mean for that being. So I went back and paid it. So I have all the stuff that I paid it on time
Okay, so
before court. I had all that stuff paid before court.
Okay, so you paid the expired registration dismissal fee?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, we'll check into that. Now, what happened to the possession of the drug paraphernalia case?
Well, that's what he had said. That's what he had set me up on, and I had explained to him that it was a CBD stem, and it was one stem that he found in the vehicle.
Okay, so
And
how do you plead to that charge?
no contest.
No contest. Okay. So then, since you took care of the first case, registration, you're really here just on the second charge, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right, and you're entering a plea of no contest, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, is there anything you want to tell me about that, sir?
That was all they. I guess that's all they found in my vehicle. Was one, like I said, one stem. There was nothing else. It was one stem, and I explained to him I explained to her it was CBD. It was a CBD stem, but that's why she put me to take it to trial. But I was gonna see if we could try to just work something out. I guess, or see how we could go about that.
You want to talk to the prosecutor?
I really don't think so. I just want. We'll see if I don't know how does that work out? I don't know. They tested the stem or.
Well, I mean, at this point, since you're entering a plea of no contest to the possession of drug paraphernalia charge, I can go ahead and assess a fine And then you can either pay that, or if you need some time, we can put you on a time payment plan. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, is that still work better with speaking with the prosecutor so you could kind of give a little, a little reduction maybe?
Okay. So you do want to talk to the prosecutor? Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
You
sir.
do want to talk to the prosecutor. Okay, Clarissa, I guess that's the last person. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. With Mr. Elizondo, we would need him to text a picture of the registration so that we can verify that he did take care of that, though.
Okay.
If he would like to send that to the 837-3704 number, we can go ahead and verify that while he's waiting.
Okay, Mr. Elizondo, did you hear that, sir?
Yes, I did.
Okay, did you get that number where you can text the document over?
I probably did, but let me get it one more time.
Okay, do it a little
It's-
slower.
210-837-3704. Just take a picture of it, make
Okay, I
sure it
got it.
includes, that it shows the late penalty fee has been paid on there.
It's probably, it's gonna bring up 2 pictures. I got 2 papers. One.
That's great. That'll be fine.
Okay.
And then we'll go ahead and
Okay.
move you to the breakout room with the prosecutor as soon as it's open.
Okay, so am I on hold while I do that, or?
Yeah, you'll just sit tight until it becomes available.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but I think when the thing gets tested, people put stop. Meet yourself. Meet yourself.
Hans coming back? Might be. Oh, okay.
Ms. Clarissa?
Yes, sir.
Oh, is it Angela Elizondo? Did you get those pictures?
Let me go check in the office. Just one moment, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, they're printing them right now, Mr. Elizondo. We did get them though.
Okay, thank you.
So that one would be able to be dismissed if it's all good. It looks like it was. There is a $20 compliance fee for that though.
Yes, for y'all's office, right? I mean, for
Mhm.
y'all's court.
Yes.
Okay.
So after you
Thank
talk
you.
with the prosecutor and judge and figure out how you're going to handle your other violation, we'll go ahead and have you call the office when you're done. And then you can go ahead and we'll take care of payment or whatever. we're doing.
Okay. Thank you much.
Thank you.
So Clarissa, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So Mr. Doucette is the next one to visit with John.
Okay, John, are you ready to bring Mr. Gibbs back in?
Well, yeah, but it looked like he did. Oh, yeah, yeah. Did I just email
Uh,
the
yeah, it's Susan's,
recommendation?
Susan's pulling that up right now.
Okay. You need
You want me
me
to bring this, go ahead and bring Mr. Gibbs back?
bring him back. I think you probably need me in the court while you do this plea. Correct?
Do I need what?
I need to be in the courtroom when we dispose of.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and then we're going to send you with,
And I'll go with Mr. Doucette. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
How's the judge going to get the prosecutor's recommendation?
Actually, you're going to read it into the record.
Oh, let me go get it. I just scanned it. I'll be back.
Hey, Mr. Gibbs, you're back in the courtroom. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, they're about to dictate the agreement into the record, so just bear with me for a second.
All right. I'm a patient man.
Good. Okay, Mr. Mead, do you have the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and what is the agreement?
On the speeding, my recommendation is that Mr. Gibbs get 90 days deferred for the special expense fee of $245. I'm going to give him, since he had insurance, but didn't have the insurance card, well, he had it, but he couldn't find it. In fact, I believe the ticket reflected it was insurance. I'm going to reduce fine court cost to $166.
You're reducing it to what, John?
166. There are no
160.
collection fees, there are no warrant fees.
166 total. Okay.
And I'm going to dismiss the driver's license ticket for TIC.
Yeah, I see. Okay, Mr. Mead, with regard to the speeding ticket, what's the term?
90 days.
90 days?
And is the failed to provide evidence, is it just a straight fine?
Straight fine.
Okay,
Yeah, and that's non-reportable, so it will not be reported.
That's the reason we did that, is because it's not.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Gibbs, I want to make sure that you understand the terms of the plea bargain agreement. Now, Mr. Mead, with regard to the speeding and the failure to provide financial responsibility, is that what type of plea is he entering?
Oh, no contest.
No on both, okay. Okay, Mr. Gibbs, I want to make sure that my notes reflect the agreement that you reached with the prosecutor. It's my understanding that with regard to the speeding ticket, it's placing you on deferred for a period of 90 days and a special expense fee of $245 in exchange for a plea of no contest. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Now, with regard to the failure to provide financial responsibility, he is reducing that fine to $166 in exchange for a no contest plea. Is that correct?
he's coming up.
Correct.
Okay. And then finally, with regard to the driving while licensed invalid or suspended, he is taking that into consideration and that charge will be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Correct.
Okay, very good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and accept Mr. Gibbs' no contest plea to the charge of speeding. I'm going to go ahead and accept his plea of no contest to the charge of failed to provide financial responsibility. With regard to the speeding ticket, I'm placing Mr. Gibbs on deferred for a probationary period of 90 days with a special expense fee of $245. And with regard to the failed to provide proof of insurance, I'm going to go ahead and accept the recommendation and reducing that fine to $166. Is there anything else? Mr. Mead?
Nothing from me, Your Honor.
Mr. Gibbs, anything else, sir?
Nothing from me.
Okay, now you took down those 3 numbers that we gave you that you're going to call the clerk.
Yes.
Okay, you have those numbers?
Yes, I have them right here.
Okay,
Your Honor, may I add one more thing? I got Mr. Gibbs' phone number as well. It's on the first page of my prosecutor's recommendation sheet.
okay, very good. All right, but Mr. Gibbs, please understand that we are expecting you to call the clerk. So don't assume that the clerk is going to call you.
Right. Yeah. Do I had asked Mr. Mead, do I need to do that immediately? Because I was planning on paying it all on Friday. Do I need to call them and tell them I'm going to do it on Friday?
Mr. Mead, do you have any objections to that?
I have no objection, Your Honor.
Okay, yeah, just go ahead and call them by Friday and go ahead and make your payment.
And I did.
Okay, it'll be Friday morning.
Okay, very good. Okay, now anything else, Mr. Gibbs?
No, nothing from me.
Okay,
One more thing from me, Your Honor.
yes.
I did tell Mr. Gibbs that the deferred does not begin until he pays the special expense fee.
Okay, and you understand that, Mr. Gibbs?
Yeah, it'll begin on Friday. Yeah, whenever I pay it.
So are you going to pay the fine of the insurance ticket on Friday as well?
Both. Yes, I was going to do the insurance and the 245 and the 166
Very
on
good.
Friday morning.
Great. Okay, Mr. Gibbs, thank you so much for your patience, sir.
All right. Thanks for y'all's time.
Okay, you have a good day.
All right, y'all too. Am I done now?
Yes, sir. You're free to go.
You can click to
All right.
leave the meeting.
Yes, just.
All right.
click.
Yes. All right.
Okay, great.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and send
Mr. Doucette?
That with Mr. Mead.
Okay, so Mr. Doucette and John Mead will go into a breakout room right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Where did he go?
Ah.
Okay,
Sean
looks
gone.
like they're both in there.
Yes. Clarissa,
Yes, sir.
it looks like we don't need an interpreter or somebody to help John.
Yes,
You wanna-
yeah.
You want me to go ahead and release Mr. Officer Rosales?
I think so.
Okay, Officer Rosales, we're going to go ahead and release you because everybody seems to be able to speak English and be able to converse with him.
Okay, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Sir, you too. We'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Right back.
Okay, Officer Rosales, if you hit leave meeting, that'll excuse you.
Yes, sir. There it is.
All right, you be safe out there.
You ready for me?
Where the music's coming from.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
I don't know how to get rid of it.
Sounds like
Maybe,
one
I don't know if somebody has put us on hold.
could be. Anyway, let me tell you about what you said, it's still in the room. I discussed with him his option. I understand pled not guilty and wanted to have a non-jury trial.
My goodness, I'm gonna send a message real quick to see if we can,
Start muting people.
I don't know who, I was just start muting them.
Didn't work there. Didn't work there. Didn't work there. Ah.
There we go. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, whoever.
Anyway, but he bring him back in. He decided he wanted to take driver safety course. Yeah.
Okay,
Safety course, okay.
close the room.
Is that, Mr. Mead, is that a plea of no contest?
That's just, yeah, that's plea of no contest.
Mr. Doucet, are you back in the courtroom? We got him on mute. He's
Oh,
on-
I'm sorry.
I just unmuted him, Mr.
Okay,
Doucette.
thank you.
Mr. Doucet.
Yes, I'm back.
Mr. Doucet, it's my understanding from the prosecutor, after y'all having visited, that you wish to take the defensive driving class in exchange for a plea of no contest. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me ask you a few questions. Do you currently have insurance?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you taken a defensive driving class within the last 12 months to get a ticket dismissed?
No, sir, I have not.
Okay, and you have a valid driver's license?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you're going to be required to pay the court cost. And let's see, Clarissa, the court cost is 134?
24,
134?
144, 144.
144.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so what we're going to do, I gave you those three numbers. Once you leave the court, go ahead and contact them and go ahead and make that payment. They will give you further instructions. Now you will have 90 days to do the defensive driving class, and you will be
Sure.
required to get a copy of your driving record. Now, if you do that by mail, it's going to take about two and a half months. So you certainly don't want to wait that long. So either do it online or in person.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any questions, sir?
Am I able to make payment arrangements for the 144?
Okay. Mr. Mead, how much time do you need, sir?
Just, I guess about a month or two would be preferable.
Okay, well, why don't we do this? I'm gonna go ahead and make a notation that I'm approving the defensive driving class.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to reset your case for 30 days. Okay, and then because I can't put you on the defensive driving until the court cost is paid.
Yes,
So I'm
sir.
gonna reset you for 30 days, and hopefully by that time, you'll have the funds. Now, you can pay them anytime before the 30 days, but if for some reason you don't pay it within the 30 days, you have to be here on your next court date.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Okay, do you have any questions, sir?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay, so why don't you call the court and they'll give you a reset date? And then that way, we'll give you a little bit of time to get you on defensive driving.
Yes, sir.
Okay, unless you have any other questions, you're free to leave the court.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, now,
Yes, Judy. Okay, so the next one that would like to go to the breakout room is Mr. Scott Smith.
yeah,
Okay,
Let me
Mr.
open up.
Can you hear me, sir?
Oh, we're back on hold. Mr. Smith? That might be the person playing music for us.
He is.
he is.
Okay, well, why don't don't we go ahead and send the next one, and then we're gonna have to wait. Which would be Jasmine.
Jasmine Martinez. Judge, I sent you a document from Ms. Martinez that you, through text, okay?
Okay.
Or John, I did, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, you sent it to John?
Yes,
Okay.
the report.
Okay, so Ms. Martinez in the breakout room?
Yes.
Okay, you want to go
Mr.
back?
Smith, are you there, Mr. Smith?
He's on mute.
He is on mute.
Yes.
Through us, or he's muted us?
I don't know. Let's see here.
Looks like he's, let me unmute him. Okay. It will not let me unmute him. There we go.
Mr. Smith?
Mr. Smith? Must be where our music's coming from.
Yeah.
Mr. Smith?
Okay, Mr. Mead, you're back.
yeah, it's not bad.
Okay, let's go ahead and Scott. All right. Okay, Mr. Mead, let's see. You were with Mrs. Martinez, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, what do we have?
She wanted to talk to me about the illegal search, and she's not guilty. And I told her that the only thing that she could do about that is either make a plea bargain with me or to come back to plead not guilty and set it for trial. She wanted me to dismiss the case, and of course, I'm not going to do that. But she decided then that she wanted to plead not guilty and set it for. I believe she wants a non-jury trial. You could probably have to ask her about that.
Okay, not guilty. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring her in.
Mr. Smith's still on the music.
Okay, I show Clarissa muted herself.
And the elevator music is muted too.
Yes.
That's good.
Okay, Clarissa, can you bring in Mrs. Martinez?
She's waiting out the 60 seconds. I didn't change it to
Oh, okay.
15.
Okay.
She's got 18 seconds.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Ms. Martinez, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Martinez, it's my understanding that you and Mr. Mead were not able to reach an agreement and that you wish to enter a plea of not guilty. Is that correct?
Under the circumstances that we had talked about, yes.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Did you want a trial in front of a judge or a jury? Ms. Martinez?
I'm sorry, can you ask that question one more time?
Sure. We're going to have a trial. Did you want a trial in front of a judge or a jury?
I don't know what's the difference.
What would be the difference?
Well, the difference is this. If you go with a non-jury, which means that the judge makes that decision, then it's all strictly up to the judge to listen to the case and see if there's enough evidence to find you guilty. Now, that would be a lot sooner. That's probably going to be within the next maybe 30 to 60 days. Now, if you want a jury trial, that's probably going to take more like about 6 months because we set a whole bunch of cases on the jury docket, and then we have to have a pretrial conference, so that may take a little longer. But in a jury case, the jury makes a decision if you're guilty or not. If they find you guilty, then you can go to the jury for punishment. Yeah, but it's your choice.
I would like to go with the judge.
With a judge. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do, Ms. Martinez, we're going to go ahead and place you on a non-jury docket. So the court will get back with you and give you that date.
Okay.
Okay. All right, do you have any
Thank you.
questions?
No, sir.
Okay, so you can go ahead and leave the meeting and then we'll be back in touch with you.
Okay, thank
She'll
you.
need to, can she call us and we can get a good address from her to make sure we can get her not guilty plea signed and get the information to her?
Okay, Ms. Martinez, those numbers that I gave you at the beginning of the session, if you can call the court and give them your phone number and your address, that way we can get your not guilty plea and set it down for a trial.
Okay, I didn't get the very first number that you had.
Okay, let me give that to you.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, the first number is 210-837-3704.
And that number is to,
That's
court.
the court.
okay.
You want to repeat that number back to me?
210-837-3704.
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay, so you're free to leave the courtroom, but go ahead and call the clerk so they can get that information from you.
Okay.
Okay? Very good. Okay, thank you. Okay,
Okay,
Mr. Reed,
Scott Smith, is he ready?
Mr. Smith, are you there?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
here.
Mr. Smith, we're going to send you into a breakout room with Mr. Mead, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, so stand by. He'll be right with you. Hey, Clarissa,
Yes, sir.
did you get that pre-warrant notice?
Yes, I did.
Letter? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we got Mr. Mead back.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Mead, let's see, you met with Mr. Smith.
Mhm.
Okay, what do we have?
Well, we got a little problem, Your Honor.
Okay, what's that?
Smith and I worked out what we considered to be a plea bargain.
Do
The
we
last,
need- do we need to bring him in?
sure, yeah, you can bring him in. I mean,
Yeah, why don't we bring him in?
Okay. I sent him the message.
you know, the people that are on the telephone probably can't see the countdown.
No, probably not. It should give them a message that they can exit the room though.
Well, he'll be here.
Nine seconds.
Here's Mr. Smith.
Okay, Mr. Smith, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can, Your Honor.
Okay, I was about to ask Mr. Mead, what was the result of your meeting? What do we have, Mr. Smith? Mr. Mead?
Okay. Mr. Smith and I have worked on this a couple of times. I believe, how many times we met, Mr. Smith? Is this the third time?
This will be the third time.
And last time he was here, we worked out a plea bargain that he was trying to satisfy. And of course, it was going to be deferred on the insurance ticket. And, and of course, to comply with the terms of his probation, he's going to need a license.
I lost you there, John.
Yeah, I think he froze up.
Yeah, he's frozen.
Hmm.
Can you hear me?
No, we
Hello
lost
again.
you there. Start over.
Okay. He went down to get his driver's license and they're closed. So he can't comply with the terms of our agreement, maybe till this virus thing is somewhat back to normal.
You can renew online. I wonder if he's tried that.
How about that, Mr. Smith?
I tried, but it's not letting me. Once you get in there, you have to put in your credit card information and everything. They told me I had to go down to the DPS.
That's what they told you when you tried to do it online?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Did it say why?
I didn't ask why. Well, I believe it's because it's been a while since I had a license like that, you know.
Okay. Okay, so Mr. Mead, what's your recommendation?
Well, I don't know when the world's going to get back to even close to normal, but I thought we might give them a reset to see maybe we get some opening of the economy, as they say, and possibly within the next month, that situation will change. Mr. Smith told me that they're only doing driving tests because you got to take a drive.
Right.
That they're only they're only doing them for CDL and by appointment.
That's it, and that's correct. You have to and see since the 17th or 18th of last month, it has been like that. And what they're doing is CDL drivers, they can go ahead online and register, and once they get accepted, then they will permit them to go to the DPS to do their testing and everything that they need to do. But anybody with a driver's license and expired license or anything like that, the governor put everything, giving people a pass for 60 days until they open up. If your license is expired, they gave everybody a pass to where, if they get pulled over or stopped for anything, then, you have that window. So hopefully they will open up soon, and I can get you guys all of the information and will give you guys everything that you need as soon as they open up.
Well, why don't we do this? Let's go, I'm certainly, that certainly is understandable. Why don't we reset him for 60 days? And then let's see what happens within 60 days.
Yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sure.
In 60 days, we might be all down there at the city hall at court.
We just might. Okay. Okay, Mr. Smith, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and reset you for 60 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, if you will call the court that, those numbers I gave y'all, and they'll give you a
Yes, sir.
date.
Thank you, Your Honor. Which one, the municipal court, or do I call Clarissa directly?
Call the 837-3704 number.
370. Thank you, Clarissa.
You're welcome.
Okay, sir.
Mr. Mead, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, Mr. Mead, you have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You too.
Bye-bye. Okay, so then that,
Okay, so we have Miss Tapia that would like to speak with John Mead.
that's correct. Okay, so Ms. Tapia, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're gonna send you over to the breakout room with Mr. Mead.
Okay.
Okay, just sit tight.
And then we just have Mr. Elizondo after that.
Yes. Are you still with us, Mr. Elizondo? Mr.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Just sit
Yes,
tight.
sir.
You're next.
Oh, yeah, I'm waiting. I'm still.
I have to put it back down. I have to move. I was playing it up. I did.
Y'all guys still there?
Yes,
Yes,
we're
sir.
here.
Okay, okay. It goes quiet for a minute. Okay, I'll still wait.
Okay. Mr. Mead?
Yeah, I'm gonna go scan the recommendations and email them to you.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. We have,
Bring Miss Tapia back.
yes.
You need to shorten that time. So
I do, and I did on the first session, but we started a new session and I forgot to do it again when we started the new session.
Hmm.
Okay, Ms. Tapia, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, Mr. Mead, were you all able to reach some type of an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what do we have?
To the charge of fail to maintain financial responsibility, Ms. Tapia is going to enter a plea of no contest, be granted deferred. My recommendation be granted deferred disposition, $300, 6 months deferred, condition she maintain insurance. On the improper lane change, plea of no contest, deferred disposition, $195, 60 days. On the expired driver's license, dismissal, taken into consideration.
Okay, very good. Okay, Ms. Tapia, I want to go through the plea bargain agreement and see if that is your understanding. With regard to the ticket for failure to maintain financial responsibility, the state and you have agreed on a deferred disposition, $300, and you have to maintain insurance for 6 months. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now with regard to the improper lane change or turn, you're entering a plea of no contest. He's agreeing to defer disposition for $195 and a 60-day deferred period. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then he has taken into consideration the expired driver's license, so that ticket will be dismissed. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Mead, what do we have with respect to paying the deferred fees? Is there any agreement?
We talked about that. I believe that next week she wants to pay the deferred fee on the insurance ticket, and I believe the following week, am I correct, Ms. Tapia, that you want to pay the deferred fee on the improper lane change?
Okay, so what I'm going to do.
Is that correct, Ms. Tapia? Hello, Ms. Tapia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So why don't we do this? Let's go ahead and reset the cases for 30 days. And Ms. Tapia, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the case for 30 days because I cannot start the deferred until the court cost is, or until the deferred fees are paid. So you just go ahead and make your payments in accordance with the agreement. And for some reason you don't make the payment, then we're going to have to revisit again in 30 days.
Okay.
Okay. Now, do you have those phone numbers that I gave at the beginning of the session?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So why don't you call those numbers? That way y'all can go through the terms of it, and then you can give her the dates, the exact dates that you're going to pay those deferred fees.
Okay, I will.
Okay. All right. Is there anything
Yes,
else
sir.
you need?
No, that'll be all.
Okay, Ms. Tapia, you can go ahead and leave the session and contact the court.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, Mr. Elizondo, that leaves you. Are you ready to go into the breakout room?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, it's back to you and I, Judge.
Yes. Well, wasn't too bad.
It wasn't bad. It was organized enough, I think, considering it was our first time.
Are we on YouTube?
Oh, yes, we are.
Yeah.
I do need to talk to you later about something, or after we
Okay.
stop going live.
All righty.
And if y'all ever need to, y'all can do that too, okay?
Oh, we can, that's right.
Okay.
Forgot.
I told Judge we'll talk after because we're on YouTube right now.
Okay. So we need to be quiet. Okay.
Well, I'm back.
Okay, Mr. Mead.
I came up with a little bit different procedure here, Judge. I'm not going to start. I thought that for some reason, I don't know. I thought you were going to have my recommendation sheets. Since you're not going to get them, I'm just going to email them after we finish.
Oh, okay. And you
I'll
just pretty much
just email all of them.
Okay, that's fine.
John, did you get the text of Mr. Elizondo's registration that he sent over?
No, but he said he did. Is that correct?
He did. I don't see the late penalty fee on there.
Well, he and I had the conversation about that, and he said he paid it, but he didn't show it to me.
I sent it to you in a text.
Okay, let me look.
Maybe you can see it. I don't see it. Susan, Judy, and I couldn't see it.
Where is it?
It should be a text from 3704 number. It was, that may be it, but I don't know. I can't tell.
Here
It
it is.
doesn't really state late penalty fee. It just says,
It was 10, it was
Should say.
it may be that $20 cash or $17.30, but it's usually like $10.
it's $10.10 or something like that.
Yeah, I don't see it on here.
It should say delinquent
It
penalty.
usually comes across as late penalty fee, but I don't see it on here.
He says he paid. Where'd he get this done?
Now, could he have gone back afterwards?
Well,
And-
he sent 3 pages of it, but I still don't see it on there. I see a inventory item fee assessed, a windshield sticker fee assessed, a replacement fee on an extra sheet. And then another fee that it doesn't even say what it is for $17.30 that it looks like he went back and paid something for.
Okay.
I don't know.
He brought back in?
Bring it back in?
Yes, he waiting?
Yes.
Okay, so then we don't show the delinquent penalty then.
I don't show it on here now.
you-
Not spelled out.
Can you put it up to the camera?
You know what? You want me to text it to you?
Yeah, text it to me.
I brought him back, but he's waiting the 60 seconds.
I don't see it either.
Okay. Judge, that should be all 3 going through. Okay, Mr. Elizondo, you're back in the room. The judge is verifying something right now on your registration.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Elizondo, I'm looking
Yes,
at
sir.
2 pages of what appears to be receipt. And I don't see where the late penalty was paid to the county. Normally, it shows it as delinquent penalty, and it's normally for about $10 and some change. But I don't see it.
That one was 17. That one was that $17 one.
All right, let me see.
Did you get the 3rd page, Judge?
No.
It'd be the last one I sent you because it was delivered for $17.30.
Okay, here it is.
Doesn't describe it unless it got cut off where he's taken a picture of it, but.
It doesn't describe it, yeah. Mr. Elizondo, I don't think that's the late penalty that we're talking about.
I explained to the lady. I explained to her when I went. I explained to her that what it was for, because when I went and got my registration sticker, when they asked me if it was for the ticket, I told them no on accident because I wasn't really paying. I was in a rush. And then when I went to go see you, that's when you told me. When I went to go see Mr. Mead, like last month, he told me that I needed to go pay that first, and then, then that would be. So I went and did that. I explained to them about that.
And what was it that you explained to them? What did you tell them?
Oh, I told them I had a ticket on it, and I didn't pay it. I didn't pay when I went and got my registration sticker out. I didn't tell the person who sold me the registration. They asked me if it was for the ticket, but I accidentally told them no. So then they didn't charge me for it. So then when I went and saw you, you said, yeah, well, you need to pay the one for, well, I guess, which I had a ticket for, and that's where I went back. I went back that separate date to go do that after you advised me to.
Back, looks like you went back in March 2nd, yeah.
Clarissa, what is the date of the offense? Can you get that for me?
Date of the offense, his initial appearance date was January 29th, and he was reset. It looks like till March 25th to get that taken care of. The date of his offense should be on this docket. Let's see if it. Elizondo. Date of his offense is, well, there's 2 separate dates. That's weird. Let me look on the ticket. It was, the date of the offense was December 20th.
114, no,
Yeah, December 20th.
December 20th, okay. So it looks like he was within the 20 days.
yeah.
You know, Mr. Elizondo, I hate to put you through this, but I'm gonna need something explaining what that 1750 is for. Because it doesn't say it, and the actual amount is more than what we're normally see.
Well, I just went what y'all advised me to do. I didn't know that they were gonna, say what the payment was for. But I mean, that's what I had. But that's why I mentioned to them what it was for. Why they didn't put on there, I don't know. I'm looking back from my paperwork because I put.
They're not going to probably be
Excuse me?
able to get this for you right now because their offices are closed, I know, but
That's right. Okay, well, let's do this. Because of that fact, I'm gonna go ahead and waive that part of the requirement since he did do it within the 20 business days.
okay.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and waive that and we'll just assess the dismissal fee.
Thank you for that.
Sure. I'm just making some notes, just bear with me.
No problem.
Okay, Mr. Mead, did y'all have any opportunity to discuss the second case?
Yes, we did, Your Honor.
What, any agreement?
Mr. Elizondo is pleading no contest, straight plea, fine in court costs $300.
Say that again?
Straight plea, no contest, fine in court costs $300.
Okay, that's a straight plea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. Okay, Mr. Elizondo, is that your understanding that he's reducing it down to $300?
Correct.
Straight payment? Okay.
Correct.
All right. Mr. Mead, anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm sorry, sir. There's one thing. I told him, I don't know if he explained it. I told him I was able to pay the $20 dismissal and $100 today.
Okay. Okay, so you'll pay the $20 today.
And $100 to the other one.
Okay, $100 today. And then how much time do you need for the balance?
I need at least about 3 weeks, maybe.
Okay, I'll give you 30 days.
That sounds good, sir.
Okay, very good. Anything else, Mr. Elizondo?
How do I set up the payment? Do I got to call the clerk?
Yes. Did you write those numbers down that I gave earlier?
Correct. Correct.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. And as soon as you hang up with us, go ahead and give them a call and process those payments. And then they'll tell them you got 30 days to pay the balance.
Okay. Are y'all going to be mailing anything out or no? I just got to go with 30 days.
We will mail you a payment information that you need to pay the balance in that 30-day period.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Okay, Mr. Elizondo, well, thank you so much for your patience, sir.
Same for y'all guys. Thank you for making it easier.
All righty. Okay, so you can go ahead and leave the meeting and call the clerk.
All right. Thank you. You have a good day.
Bye-bye. Okay, so we want to turn off the YouTube recording now.